client is a 15-year-old African-American female that came to Pathfinders because of a runaway episode in which her mother found her at her boyfriend's house the morning after she had taken off. The client has a trauma history. She was abused physically from the ages of 7 to 11, and through a social learning theory perspective, she was conditioned to have so low self-worth because no one would step in to protect her. She was also conditioned to feel that mom's injunctions were not to be disobeyed through fear of the punisher of physical retaliation and shaming techniques. She was also conditioned to feel that socializing with boys was a normative experience through interaction with her peers at school. Mom's injunction in this case happened to be that there were to be no boyfriends before the age of 16. This created dissonance with the client. So when mom found out that the client had a boyfriend and she started using the shaming techniques on the client started to feel low self-worth and no longer felt wanted in the house. This caused a low frustration tolerance, so when the shaming techniques continued, eventually she felt that it would be best for her just to leave the house. The treatment goal in this situation are threefold. The first was to find a support system for the client in which she could have a normative experience with peers while also developing a system to let mom know where she was so she would not face physical retaliation or shaming. The second treatment goal was to develop coping techniques for the client to deal with her depressive tendencies that were related to her trauma history. And the third goal was to develop communication skills between the family members so they could understand more about why they were doing what they did and how they felt about each other's actions to increase the dynamic in the family.